It's Hisuian Decidueye raid day on the other side of the world, but luckily we can do a lot of remote raids today, though unfortunately I can't do as many as I wish I could today, mostly because I already did some. But anyways, I am fighting one right here. What you want to use is flying types. That's the best thing. This is a grass and fighting type, and as you can see, we've already defeated it, so that's absolutely fantastic. I think we want to get a 1655. Okay, so we got a 1609. This is not the best one. And if you get a weather boosted one, I think you want a 2069. But what we're also hoping for is XL Rare Candies. There we go. We got two of them there. Apparently they're boosted, and you can get them from remotes, as you can clearly see. So this is my first raid from Missy Gal. Thank you very much, Missy Gal. And here comes the shiny. No, unfortunately not, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? So let's catch up because it isn't a dex entry or anything like that, but I have to throw better. Let's try this again. Wow, okay, give me a second. Alrighty, that was a terrible throw, but that should be fine. One and no, okay? Let's do this again, though admittedly it wasn't supposed to be a nice throw. One. Yeah, okay. Let's get a better throw this time. Excellent curveball, there you go. I know how to do this, just sometimes it escapes me, and there we go. We caught our first ever Hisuian Decidueye. Sadly not a shiny on the first one, but it is what it is. And this one is going to be a 11-11-15. Yeah, they can get a lot better. And since it's basically dinner time, while we do these Hisuian remote raids, I'm also thinking, let's make some potato soup. That's right, Cooking with JT is back. A few of you have mentioned that you missed the Cooking with JT segments, so why not? Let's do it today, and if you guys really like it, we can keep doing it. So for starters, we have 3 potatoes here. This is enough for 2 portions. We're gonna make a 2-portion meal. And since bringing up a knife will probably get me demonetized, I'm gonna do that off camera. But while I do that, it looks like we got ourselves another raid, so let's get in there. Of course, I actually have to buy the things. There we go, we got them. I haven't even finished cutting up the potatoes yet, but we've brought down our second Hisuian Decidueye here. No XL Rare Candy, sadly. But maybe number 2 will be shiny. This is from Mr. Blake, so thank you very much, Mr. Blake. Not a shiny one, sadly. 1597 as well, so we're going down. That's not fantastic. And now we've chopped up the 3 potatoes, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of pieces here, so you can clearly see how this is gonna feed multiple people. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna put all this in this bowl right here. And now we're gonna get some garlic powder here, and we're gonna be pretty heavy with the garlic powder on this. We wanna cover quite a bit of these potatoes with this. Then we're gonna add some salt to the mix. We wanna get quite a bit of that in there as well. And of course, a pretty heavy portion of salt being poured on there as well. And then we gotta mix it all around so all of the potatoes have just enough of it all over them. Hisuian Decidueye number 3 is a 1621, and it doesn't look like we got any XL Rare Candies, sadly. But this one is also from Mr. Blake. Again, thank you to everybody who sends me these from New Zealand and Australia and everywhere else on that side of the planet. Really helps out. Number 3 also isn't a shiny one. We're looking for a nice green color, though I do say I like this one a lot. Like, this has a really nice strong red to it. It's pretty cool. And after all of that seasoning, we're going to saran wrap the top of this, and then we're gonna throw this in the microwave. And now you wanna put this thing in here for about 7 minutes on high. And while they're going in the microwave, you wanna get yourself some leeks. These are very important for some good flavor. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the white tips here, and then we're gonna start finely chopping this part up. This is what your end product should look like. Next up, you're gonna need yourself a pot. Add the scallion whites in there, then add 1 tablespoon of butter. And yes, we're gonna need some more garlic powder to be sprinkled in there. You can put as much as you want in there, but I usually like to add just a couple taps. And then you take this pot, you put it on the burner, and then we want to go to a medium-high heat, about there. And basically, you just want this to brown up a little bit, let the butter melt. Gotta be a little quick here with this one because I don't want the stuff to start burning in the thing, but unfortunately, no XL Rare Candy. And since I'm in a hurry, I'm also flubbing my words pretty hard. And let's see what we get. Not a shiny from this one, and a 1611. Let me catch this real quick, and we need to get back to this. Okay, I hate to say it, but I've already screwed up a little bit. It's starting to burn, so we need to add 2 cups of water to this concoction. And there's the second cup. I like to add 2 tablespoons of this chicken stock. You can use cubes, you can use whatever you want, but I like to use this spoon right here, and we're gonna give ourselves a nice little scoop right here, so then we plop it inside. Let's do 1 more good scoop and plop it in. And then lastly, we wanna get 2 tablespoons of this heavy whipping cream right here. Pour it in like so, and then we pour there. And there's number 2, perfect. And now we just stir this up, and we're gonna let it boil for a little bit to help mix it together some more. We're gonna let this boil for about 7 minutes, and I've also taken the potatoes out, but do be careful, because this gets very hot. And also, we've got ourselves another raid here, so hopefully this one will turn out to be good. It is a 1602. I think I missed if I got an XL Rare Candy or not, unfortunately, but whatever, it is what it is. Also, I don't know if I said it, but Artemis, thank you very much for inviting me to this one. It's still not shiny, but I believe this is only number 4 or 5. I'll have to count after I catch this thing. When you're cooking and trying to make a video and doing these raids, you lose count pretty easily. Also, this thing is a huge huge pain to catch. Like, I have been trying to catch it really quickly. It does not want to do that. This has been boiling for a little while now, and what we're gonna do here is we have some cornstarch. This is about a little over a teaspoon worth, and then we're gonna get about the same amount of water. You wanna usually do a tiny little bit less, but what this is going to do is this is going to thicken the broth. We need to mix this all around to get this nice and like that. I added a little bit more water because I clearly didn't have enough, but this is what we're looking for here, because this is gonna thicken our broth real nice. Now we have to add the cornstarch mix with the potatoes. Again, be careful, this will still be hot, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in right here. Then we just scoop all the potatoes and we add them in. And then we're gonna let this boil for another 7-ish minutes, getting these potatoes nice and soft and also getting a lot of the salt and all the other spices that we threw in this. I've only done it like one time, but I did add Old Bay to this one time, and it turned out okay, but it really wasn't that necessary for this soup. Next up, we've got bacon. This is the microwavable kind. It's just a little healthier. You can use a pan and just fry it up in a skillet, yada yada, but that does create a lot of oil. And you can use that in your soup. In fact, a lot of people do that, but we're trying to be just a little bit healthier with this soup, so we're gonna microwave it to get rid of a lot of that grease. And personally, I like it very crunchy, so these are gonna come out very crunchy. I also like doing it this way as well because it's just a lot faster, so we just smack it closed, hit 6, we got 6 minutes right there. That is starting to look real good. And also, we've just brought down ourselves another Hisuian Decidueye. Thanks again to Bridget for sending it. Do we get XLs? We do. We get one. Awesome. And this one is number 6. Still not a green one, unfortunately, but you know what? It is what it is. 1612 as well, not the hundo. But I'm still, again, very appreciative of every single raid we're getting. Like, I am very, very thankful. This has been boiling for about 7 to 8 minutes, so it's about time that we turn this to low so it still simmers a little bit. And this is the time to add some of the bacon that you just cooked, nice and crushed up right in there so it adds to the flavor. And we also got some cheese here. This is specifically sharp cheddar, but you could really use any cheese you want, you know what I mean? Like, it helps enhance different flavors, different ways. You could also use like Mexican mixed cheese, that's really good too. Anyways, we're gonna throw this in here, and then we're gonna have to stir this up to make sure it melts in there. And this helps make the soup even more thick with all the cheese as well. And speaking of melting, this Decidueye melted immediately. Like, literally went into the lobby and then we were done with it. And I didn't even tap. I do apologize, guys. I should be doing more, but I am making soup, so at least I'm doing something. Anywho, this one from Mr. Blake. Yes, we got the shiny 1629 as well. Not bad. Very beautiful looking shiny. It basically turns into a normal shiny, if that makes any sense, or the Alolan version. So let's hit it real quick with an excellent curveball throw. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. We got it, no problem at all. Very happy. And we're almost done with the soup too, so this worked out really great. Let's take a look at a 1629. It is a 14, 15, 10. Good enough. Who would have thought lucky number 7 was gonna be the one? But yeah, again, thank you to everybody. Missy Gal, Artemis, and of course Mr. Blake for getting me that shiny. And at least it was the best one out of all of them so far. And again, it looks really nice, but I think that the normal version looks good too. Like, this could have also been the shiny. It's just so striking. And there we go. Looks really nice. A little thicker than I thought it would turn out this time. Sometimes it comes out a little bit more liquidy, but I do like this quite a bit. Of course, we're gonna have to sprinkle just a little bit of cheese on top and it will melt in. We then sprinkle in some of the extra bacon that we had left over. I'm feeling just a little bit extra, but there we go. Delicious potato soup. And we still have quite a bit of it left over for tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to enjoy this tomorrow. Now we eat, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited for this. I haven't made this in a little while, but it looks really good, so. That's really good. I find that if you use the heavy whipping cream, it's not as sweet. So if you want a more sweeter soup, definitely use sweetened condensed milk. It really works well, but I mean, look at that. That looks so good, especially with the bacon that just fell off. Fantastic. And of course, while I eat this, we're gonna keep doing these raids. I think that said 16, 18, so again, not quite the hundo, but maybe an XL Rare Candy. That's really the big goal during this time. I'm very close to 500 XL Rare Candies. I don't know exactly what I wanna use them on yet, but I just wanna, like, you know, stack them up. But obviously this isn't a shiny, which means he's gonna be a bit of a pain to catch, because almost every single one of these so far have just been the worst things to catch. Well, I'm happy to say the soup is done and it was delicious, but also raid number 9 is done. So let's see what we get here. Hopefully an XL XL Rare Candy, but it does not look like we're getting that. That's unfortunate. Who knows? Maybe we'll be lucky with another not shiny. And we got a 1618. I didn't see the number ahead of time, but still pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think that this thing's really good for anything, but in the end of the day, it still looks really cool. And I would really love to try to get myself that hundo. I really want that hundo, but we'll see if we actually end up getting that. And this raid right here is going to be raid number 10. Again, flying types are good, but you could also use psychic types or fire types. Seeing that it is a grass and fighting type, there's a lot of weaknesses, but flying is number 1 for this thing. We got a 1610. Again, we're trying to get that hundo. I really want to get that hundo. We did get an XL Rare Candy, which was pretty cool, but I think I only got the Samurott hundo. I never got the Typhlosion hundo, so we'll see what happens. I would like to get this one because this one looks pretty cool, but this one is not a shiny. 1610. Here is raid number 11. Let's see if we get an XL Rare Candy from this one. I think I saw 1625, but sadly no XL. But let's see it. Do we get ourselves another shiny? We do not. And I was right, a 1625. I believe this is number 12. We got a 1611. We can't breach the 20s, I don't think. I don't think we've actually done that at all with any of these, but no XL Rare Candy. Okay, but maybe we'll get another shiny here. This one is a shiny. There we freaking go. 1611 isn't the best, but that doesn't really matter at all. At least it's an easy catch, because like I've mentioned before, they like to fight a lot. This raid is from Masingo, and they're weather boosted. This one was a 19, I want to say 70 something. Thank you, Masingo, for sending it. Let's see about that XL Rare Candy. No, okay. We'll see if we can get a back-to-back on this one with number 13. We did not get a back-to-back. That's perfectly fine. Again, you want like 2069. That's what you're looking for. 2069. So this one is pretty far off. In fact, it's almost 100 CP off. Also, get in the ball. There we go. This next one is from the Frosty Knife. Let's see what we get. 20. Okay, 2045. That's not bad. So far, good IVs and a good reward. We got that XL. And of course, we're also gonna get a shiny with it because it's just that good. Haha. No, it's not shiny. That's fine. It's not the hundo. Does not matter. I mean, honestly, I'd love a shundo of this thing because I do think it looks really good, but I really just want to get a hundo as well, so I will probably hold on to these. Frosty Knife yet again with a 2011. All right, we're going down, but at least we're still in the 20s. And another XL Rare Candy. Fantastic. This should be the 15th raid. I think I can only do 1 or 2 more because I did do some remotes. I keep forgetting not to do it, but not a shiny. Okay. And here is number 16. It might be a 2000 exactly. I had to cut it off so I could start recording, but no. Oh, we got an XL Rare Candy. Usually it's a little sooner than that. That's great. And this one's from Masingo. Probably should have mentioned. Wasn't shiny, but it was a 2000 exactly. And now it's 12 a.m., which means we can do 20 more of these things. This one right here is a 1635. That's pretty decent. This is also from my buddy in Australia, so thank you very much, Pro Planty, for this one. Now, do we get XL Rare Candies? We get 2. Nice. And he is yet to have any shiny luck, so I really hope that he gets lucky with this, but I wouldn't mind the 1635 being shiny, so it's not shiny, but I think this is my best one so far, so thank you very much, bro. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube, you definitely should. He does really good stuff, and he lives all the way in Australia, so he gets the stuff early. Another Decidueye. I kind of completely missed this one. Also, I'm doing routes right now, too. Let's see if we get our XL Rare Candy from this one. Unfortunately, we did not. And this one's also from Pro Planty. I hope he gets that luck, though, because I didn't get it. 1620. Number 3 is from my buddy Bob in Japan. Let's see what we get. I actually completely missed it yet again, but I think I saw 15, so this probably isn't that great. But in terms of items, we got 1 XL. Hell yeah. And this one, not a green one, in 1599. I was right. Well, looky here. We got some cells, just a single one, and also Lachlan is inviting us to an Australian owl raid. Let's do this, shall we? And Lachlan gives us a 1642. That's, I think, the first one I've ever seen in the 40s. So at least it's a little up there, but in terms of items, no XL. How about a shiny, though? Nope, not a shiny, but a 1642. That's pretty good. 13 off the hundo still, though. Another one from Pro Planty. We got a 1620 here. Let's see what we get in terms of items. We got an XL. Love to see it. Happy to say that the drop rate seems pretty all right when it comes down to it. And the shiny rates are supposed to be about 1 in 10, but so far, I'd actually say we're doing pretty good, because in 16 of them in the previous day, we got 2, so we were already ahead of odds there. So we might be catching up 2 odds now. We have another Japanese owl from Chorus, so that's pretty cool. This one is a 1607, so it's not the hundo. But yet again, we're going to check and see if we get lucky. We get lucky with 2 of them. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see it. And this one is green. Cool. Chorus, thank you very much. This is number 3. Don't know why I just golden raspberried it, because, you know, you're supposed to just get these automatically, but whatever. We're back to Australia with Missing Go. We got a 1622 on this one. 30 $33 off the hundo, but item-wise, we didn't get one. And this is not a back-to-back shiny. This one right here is also from Bob. It is a 1604, and Bob gives us no XL Rare Candies. Oh well. When it comes down to shininess, is this a back-to-back? No freaking way, let's go. It might not be a back-to-back admittedly, but in the end of the day, that doesn't matter. That's 2 Japanese shinies. Thank you, Bob, appreciate it. Yet again, we're hanging out with Masingo this time, and it's a 16-0 something, so it's down there. But does Masingo give me those XLs? He does not. Do we get a back-to-back? We do not. Well, on the upside, we do have a cell here, just a single one, so we still need to do at least one more route, but so far we're 2 for 2, so that's good. And Bob yet again gives us one, and it's a 1626. They're going up at least. But does Bob have XL Rare Candies this time? He does not. Once you hit the dust, you kind of know. But that's still fine, cause this one isn't shiny. 1626. This one's from Zamacita, so thank you very much. It's a 2043 as well. That's pretty good. And this one comes with no XL Rare Candies. We're starting to lose those. But maybe Zamacita got me a shiny? She did not, but thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate it. This one is from Japan Lover, and Japan Lover gives us something in the 1620s. Theme on these Japanese raids, which is great, and XL. Thank you very much, Japan Lover. And this one, not a green one, but that's perfectly fine. Chorus again with a 1597, but will we get an XL? There we go. That's all that really matters. And this one right here is not shiny, but I also want to know if there's a cell here. Zamacita again, and 2018 on this one, so they're weather boosted. That's kind of fun, but no XL, at least unless I missed one. Always a chance, you know, nowadays. I sometimes make no mistakes, but it's not a shiny one. Masingo yet again with a 1638. At least these IVs are slightly all right. And when it comes down to items, we did get a rare XL. Very cool. Also, that last route I was doing didn't give me a cell, sadly, so we didn't get a shiny either. Masingo yet again has a 1597. Terrible IVs. But how about those XLs? Looking like a no. And lastly, not a shiny one, unfortunately. Thanks, man. And the 4th route gave us the last cell we needed right there, and we have another raid from Masingo. Let's see how this one turns out, shall we? Masingo gives me this time a 1615. When it comes down to items, we are getting our hands on no XLs. And this one will be a tiny one. That's kind of fun. Haven't seen an XXL or XXS until this point, so that's kind of cool. Zamacita yet again here's got herself a 2034. And when it comes down to it, we do get an XL. Very beautiful. And also we're going to be getting ourselves not a shiny. This is our second to last one with Japan Lover here, and we get an XL Rare Candy. I think I saw it was in like the 1620s or something like that, so this one is going to be... oh, a shiny. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Japan Lover. And this right here is our very final Hisuian Decidueye remote raid we can do. It's from Masingo, and we got a 1602. So no hundo today, but that's perfectly fine. Masingo, thank you very much for the invite, and it looks like no XL Rare Candy for this final one. But do we go back-to-back with shinies? Masingo gives me not a shiny, unfortunately, but thank you very much for the invites, man. And in total, we were able to do 36 Hisuian Decidueye raids. Unfortunately, I did do 4 like Drampaws or something like that, because I keep forgetting that this is a thing. But we did get 5 shinies out of the 36, which means we're over odds. It's supposed to be like 1 in 10, so we have 5 out of 36. No hundos or anything like that, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow with the in-persons. And I really want to check where my XL Rare Candies are at. Oh, we're exactly at 500 now. Perfect. I wanted to get to this number, but we can get even higher with it. Because again, I really don't know what we're going to do with these just yet, but you know, we could obviously throw it into some of the really rare good stuff I have. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in those comments down below. Have you managed to get yourself a shiny Hisuian Decidueye? And are you going to make that potato soup that I showed you how to make earlier? Please let me know. And if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video down here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.